everybody. Welcome to this abundance show. We're going to go on a magical adventure. Very magical adventure. Okay, so yeah, and we'll see as everyone comes into the group, and we're going to do some upgrades and trades and go into abundance stuff. Yeah, I'm just showing this as a little funny thing. Here's me with my pot of gold in a magical hole. It's the treasure is not, the gold's not real, but the things we're finding besides that are real, which I will be sharing that with you, and also, doing readings for people. So let's see here. Okay, so we have some support that's going to come in and amplify our abundance to everyone out in the audience as well. So watch these when you feel like you're in down times, and share this with others in down times, and this will form a greater and stronger and growing stronger collective consciousness that will support people and amplify their abundance. And I have some, alien artifacts that we dug out of the ground with some interesting symbols that are going to support us and trade and commerce with our higher selves to theirs. And they're going to, amplify the unseen with great intelligence, awareness of what can amplify our abundance, in support of amplifying the many spirits that are waking up inside the artifacts more and more. Very weird, strange symbol we have here. Feel free to try to interpret it, because it is, it eludes me. There's many things you could look into this. It's like a little scrying, at least a number of faces altogether. So feel free to tune into what do you think this means. We've also got this new artifact that has been seen around Mexico, this type of symbol in the butterfly warrior giants in Tula that are seen as on their chest plate, and many of the artifacts as well have similar. And this is definitely a symbol of the Mariposa butterfly spirit, which still awakening this one. So if you feel like it, feel free to help me. And there's some various types of magic releasing from it. An unseen force. Now, also, our little alien baby friend wants to help. This one is divine. So it's definitely not a negative one that I've seen, but I've seen some negative, alien-looking ones, or at least they're vicious. Not this one. Very nice. So it'll help us. And let's see here. Got this ring of orichalcum that we've got in one of our first pyramids artifacts. It was in the capstone. Rare metal that are being found, and it's like the chip in our long skull, which I'll show you in a second. Yeah, what is that high-pitched sound? I'm not hearing it, but I hear different sounds all the time, so it might be in your own ear. So who knows? Though it could be coming from my video. I have some background music, but I don't know if that's what you're referring to. So a little alien angel, multiple symbols on it, DNA helix in the back. Glows a lot. And the cool thing, sits on it is this cube. So that is held like this. We'll see what you get from codes here. Unlock is they're alive symbols, and we're reviving them. And again, this artifact wanted to help with our abundance. This is an avian with a long skull spirit coming out of an orb, which might be a planet. Orbs and planets, we see multiple things with that. It could be either, really, because some of the artifacts are orbs, and some you see them coming out of planets, and some have rings, the planets, and there's a whole bunch of them. So, who knows? We'll have a signature frequency in it. So I think it's coming out of a artifact of some type. Now, then he's holding a staff, the avian, and the long skull's holding a pine cone. He's doing it to the throat. So interesting seeing the throat. So unlock stuff. Very interesting. Now this is also a deity, a scarab type being that is good at life and death and also abundance. I've seen some of the artifacts with it having be good at abundance. Yeah, staff, sphere, sun, star, pine cone, and ET. Double eye of raw eye of Horus, unseen. And this is, it appears like on last night's stream, I had another artifact that was made of jade that had the same symbol but without the curls in the eye, and it had a ladder on a pyramid going up to it. So that's cool. Seeing multiple, a similar symbol, all connected. Other types of avian, it could be a type of ibis. It's multiple species of this. Every one, I don't think they're like one god anymore. Like there's so many I've seen in different forms. So either they're shape-shifting to do different things or attaining different things or meaning behind it, or, and I believe this more, that there's more than one of this species. That being said, it can be both. Holding an Ankh, star, multiple planets, moon, on a throne. Granting greater, I suppose, key to life to one of the long skulls. Interesting. Yeah. And then again, really heavy friend, the Master Skull, which, God, it's so heavy. So, and the orichalcum on the top part for you all to see. That's supposed to help, but my God, I can't hold this. Okay. So much abundance that can be drawn into your life. Things that you couldn't really get anywhere. I mean, of course, there's like gold and money and stuff, but that's technically common compared to what you can attract into your life that nobody else has a position to do so. So let's do it. But also experience, people, soul family, loves, adventure, so many things to bring into our life to make it better. Bring abundance. I made this new symbol, by the way, that will amplify everyone's luck. So this is here. And I'm going to be amplifying it with everyone so we can bring out our luck together in a collective consciousness. Amplify. Very, intricate symbol with a lot of layers to it, in depth of meaning that I put together. Okay, so I'm going to do that. We're going to tune into some cool adventures to go on as well. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome. Thank you for coming. Hope everyone is ready to get some more abundance. So we're going to do a little guided meditation, and I'm going to go into vision questing too. So if you can, get an eye mask. But also, if you can, I don't know, it's not going to be the easiest, depending on your position. If you have ice and you can put in a bag with a towel, that helps. That speeds everything up. But get in a comfortable position with it, because it's going to be a little weird, especially if you're really like laying down. But we can see what we got for you to make everything easier. But you're going to bliss out. It's going to be a great meditation because nobody's doing this. I tune in some really cool layers of depth that I'm going to set you up for. And then I'm going to set you up that's going to bliss out and amplify your abundance. And then I'm going to run through some vision quests as well as do some readings. So if you want, I kind of do want to get into the vision quest more, but if you want to donate, again, line, and I can take pride in you getting reading, you can donate to PsionicLeague@gmail.com as my PayPal. So feel free to do that if you want to get this. But I'm going to set you up with a nice guided meditation. Then I'm going to see what we can do. So yeah, when you get your eye mask or ice or whatever you can do in a Ziploc bag, and you can even, I'd recommend freezing water, Ziploc bags of water in your freezer for later meditation. It's super good, super useful. Okay, blessings from love. Thank you. Yeah, Kirsty, you draw some codes with artifacts. There's a lot that will come. It's great. And I'll be bringing out more codes on the artifacts later as we bring them. A lot of them have a spirit to them. Most of the spirits need to be revived, like brought out of the coma. But if they do, they will deeply reward you. And again, wholeness, healing, awakening for a coma, which I have tested on the coma patients, and it worked well. And they woke up, and yeah, it's great. I wish more people were doing things like that, though. Pitch is congulating. Okay, I'll turn it down or whatever. Tell me if that's okay in the sound. I'm doing different sound baths for abundance. Okay. Now, when you guys are ready, put your ring finger or whatever in the center of your palm as you're pressing a button. You can even do fist. It doesn't really matter. It's just pressing it down like a button. And then I want you to hold your hands behind your back where your kidneys are, like right at the top of the rib cage, where it starts. And then hold it near there where you're essentially bringing focus to the area, giving it love, faith, gratitude, making it shine like a star, purifying it, sucking away through the palm chakra's portal all negative energy, attachment, negative emotion, entities, clearing it. And I'll be amplifying all of that in great success with a blueprint to your higher self of the order that makes things work really well and are going to bring your kidneys to great states of chi amplification and generation and empowerment. And what happens with that is nobody knows this. So you guys are going to get little cool secrets. Well, never heard anyone say. So in the supercomputer of your body, all the hardware in the different organs, what are the organs that amplify abundance? Technically, all of them can do something, but most of those functions are dormant and not been utilized, and especially for what they're supposed to. And so there's many secrets. That being said, I'm going to share with you a great secret. So for this abundance adventure, again, hold your kidneys and start clearing them while relaxing and laying back and going into them, breathing deeply into them like fanny flame, smiling to them, hugging them like with energetically, filling them with love and chi as your focus. Anywhere you focus for a while, draws chi to it. Love, faith, gratitude, and healing, purification, bringing it to its greatest possible state. Now, the kidneys have brains in them, in the organ, the neurons, and the functionality. And what they're geared towards is interesting, as they are involved. So the negative emotions they communicate with are fear and adrenal glands. Fear, worry, stress, survival mode aspects of the ego. Now, what are people involved in survival? Mostly to do with money. Interesting. What they do to support themselves. And so the evolution of advancement in the reality of abundance is set in the chess game. So the opposite of fear, a lot of root chakra support and bravery and strength to overcome negative, fearful situations, overcome the illusion. So what do we worry about most? And from all my clients, most of their worry has to do with, will I have enough money to support my family, my life? Interesting. What do people stress over the most? Same thing. Work, money, what's going to happen. And all this is from survival to thrival. And lack, there's also cravings, want. Also has to do with sexuality and the cortisol release, which has to do with feeling you don't have enough. So lack and needing more. So that brings to needing to amplify how much food you intake. Survival. So what does that turn into when you turn all that into the good stuff? Okay, so abundance. Not in want, not in lack. Also satisfaction, fullness, contentness, not needing anything. If you've got really good chi generating kidneys, you don't feel like you need to eat anything. It's interesting. It's also like, if for those out there that are wanting the sexual show, which we'll do eventually in the future, it also clears lust and horniness, just so you know. So you can clear that. They're anti-lust. So the conscious brain in the kidneys it processes those things, and it also deals so the yin, the two kidneys are the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, the light and the dark, the higher and the lowest self, kind of thing. Survival to thrival. It also deals with money manifestation, abundance drawn to you, monetary management. So you're going to turn all that stuff, that negative emotion, that fear, that worry, that stress, that everything else like that, lack, into the opposites, abundance, and feeling content and safe, and drawing it in. And the more you release and so we're going to be amplifying transmutation. So you're hugging around the big ball of energy, fear, stress, worry, love, shrinking it all down, dispersing into abundance, as well as redistribution for some of the percentage is dumped on you, which when you're doing the redistribution, there are going to be all these different attachments throughout your life of haunted people that dump their worry, their stress, their fear onto you. So most of them don't know it, so you don't have to blame them, but also know they're haunted, and you don't have to put up with that shit. And you're bringing it back to them, collapsing it down to that portal in the center of your heart or the center of the kidney, sending it back to where it needs to go, and putting a bunch of lesson-oriented and sticky sealing so they can't get rid of it, bringing them to a lesson, amplifying their ability to build their abundance through the suffering in times that they need to stop being lazy, mostly, to build them towards their why do they don't need to be in lack anymore, to bring them drive, as opposed to where in life we mostly get stressed, which is by the dark system putting it on us during work, which seems counterproductive to hold us back. Why would we get stress as a block to stop us from grinding? It doesn't make sense, but it's there. It works. It's constantly there, and that's to stop people's abundance. And that's the dark system. What it should be doing is propelling people when they get lazy and they are parasitic, kind of thing. So that's where you're putting it in to flare up in those people's lives, so that it gets them out of that. So they're like, oh shit, I'm fucking my life up, and I need to grind. I need to make it better so they can be self-sufficient. And then they owe you for what they dumped on you, essentially, and you can take a little percentage later. And so this is like a little system where each of you that has had this fear, stress, lack, worry dumped on you by your boss or haunted people in your life that for some reason have it accumulating a lot, and they're getting rid of it through their I don't know what the fuck the demons are thinking when they're getting rid of it off them. There's various strategies with that. So they can make a bigger energy harvesting system and apply themselves. And that can be different things going on in people's lives. So you're bringing them out of that state. So this is in the emotional management. Then later you'll face, after you get rid of all the stuff that's been dumped on you by others and you resolve them and bring them to peace, as you're strengthening your organs to handle the emotions better and stronger and faster, and redistributing, transmuting those emotions dumped on you, and learning the lesson and the tech, and turning on the organ's ability to process those type of emotions coming at you in that realm of your life, then you become a master of it. And then it no longer can harm you as much, especially the types that you faced enough. Then there'll be other types that are really, there's a lot of evil in them, like stress, fear, and worry, etc. And sometimes you need to destroy it and collapse it out of existence. Same thing with uncreate, unity uncreate at a higher level if it's really far gone. Then there's some negative predator systems, object, places, and generators and systems having to do with fear, stress, and worry to master. And also with fear, that's a big mystery school. It allows you to redistribute what's been dumped on you mostly and build an immunity to it. And also stop abduction and things like that, because that's where a lot of fear is dumped on us to hold us back from contacting and connecting to higher life forms and ETs and stuff. It's one of the biggest blocks. So you can put it into a system that prevents and stops abduction back in time. It's like a cannon that automatically protects you. You just got to gain control of it, and then you can earn more. But fear control is a big ability, and you got to protect that shit, or else it will get shut down. A lot of negative predators want to steal that ability, so that's why there's a lot of hoops you got to jump through to master it. Then also, well, for me anyway, I had a lot of like bigger and bigger consciousness, like ETs and stuff come at me as I was transmuting and getting more mastery over this. So you go into stopping them with the fear, because a lot of like the Draco try to master fear by stealing the authority and stuff. So you'll be like facing predators that have to do with it whenever you master a negative emotion, and then you use it with love combined with it to overpower them from the infinite connection of source in your heart. There's things like negative ET abduction, military abduction, astral dream, physical interactions, and then a bunch of generators of it. And then again, you want to love all of that and bring it to peace with you, so you can master it in your organs and get good at this. So that's the rundown. So you can have faith, love, and gratitude into this master plan as I help with my higher self run you through it in my kidneys if you don't fully understand it, and you just fall into your heart, amplifying your ability to overcome and upgrade and level up in this ability. Yeah, and slowly or surely, this is going to amplify your abundance, your luck, your ability to manifest. How easy it is for you to grind, because you want to use it not just now in this meditation, and you can listen to this later, and you can have it support you in times that are tough, especially when you're stressed, fear, overwhelmed, worry. And if you are going to grind, which, work hard to gain money, and you feel or be on the computer and you're coming against things and you're like, oh, this heaviness, this anxiety, all this stuff coming on me, feel free to play this. Hold your kidneys for a bit, either with one hand or both, depending on what you're doing, how much time you have. And use the other hand to do stuff. And then clear, like right in between the two of your kidneys. Put the hand and you start clearing them, and you're getting your kidneys to get stronger from the challenge until you can feel good and get it happy and the opposite of stress, and into bliss, the worry to like confident to, fear to like excitement about, and then that brings dopamine release into the grinding. And if you do something like that for 52 days in a row, it creates a new neural pathway that will reward you with dopamine for what you're doing, and you will get addicted to grinding, and you can grow and make money faster than most people around you. And that's the challenge. So what you're going to be training your kidneys to do is, by the negative emotions, negative energy in the block with internet and all that, is you're having it transmute everything they're coming against into fuel, so that it becomes an empowerment and supports you in your branding. So that's the big thing. So this is big stuff. Give you guys like big gold nuggets. I hope you appreciate it, and also get it out to the world. Help people. I support anyone that like also brings clients to me. So feel free to tell me and tell them to use your name and all that. And I'll give you little gifts and stuff. Or extended time on your sessions, all kinds of clearings I can give out for free and all that. Upgrade abilities. Okay. So yeah, and again, I'm gonna go into, I guess, let's do a little bit of reading on people. Well, but everyone hold their kidneys. You're gonna be blissing out on cloud nine with your and if you got to use another hand, just use one of your hands, and like one of those old hermits that keep their hand behind their back all the time wherever they're walking. Do that. Start doing that more and more, and it amplifies. It turns on your kidney fires. It brings you much abundance. Okay. So we got Carrie Ann Hanlon. Thank you for the 1061. Hi, Sean. Can you read into why I decided to come here at this time, or just anything that comes up, please? Well, okay. I mean, that doesn't have to do with abundance, but okay. I can do that. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of things to that. One, two, did you do that? Yeah. Some of the things you came here to do, you accomplished, which is prevent the collapse of old civilizations fully being destroyed. Like there's a survival thing you added to the timeline. Many lineages existing, especially Mu and some civilizations that are around the time of Atlantis. Now that's some of the things you did. Achieve a new level up, never been achieved before. You can only achieve in a human body in this realm. I'm going down the list. This is always the number one for everyone I read. Reunite, restore, revive, cure, find. Ooh, we got to do a show on this one. This will be good. I can't wait. This one, so anyone that comments that wants to see a show on us. So this is reunite, find your soul family, find some of your oldest soul family, and some of them are not in good shape. Some of them you need to revive. Some of them restore wholeness, bring out coma, free from being captured or trapped or whatever is going on with them. So put it in the comments if you want me to do a show on that, because that is a big thing a lot of people came here to do, because some really old soul starseed people are here, especially if you're awake in my audience holding that. If you found me, woo, you're not a normal person. With all the suppression I have on me. Some of the top purposes for coming here is to free, restore, unite with your oldest soul family. The people that you just feel so connected to, your heart just like shines whenever you're near them. It fulfills your life. Those type of people, and it's team. It makes things better. Restoring that and bring them back, pulling them in. You ever wonder why they're not so easily attracted to you, that you got to run through so many hoops to find them? Well, I'm going to help. If enough people say yes to doing that show, then I'm going to do a show on that. And yeah, we're gonna get you your soul family, get your family, your loves, your team. We're gonna see what it needs to do to turn on your ability to track them into your life, track you to them, as well as figure out where they are, what's going on with them, And I have the unique skills to track them through time and space, even if they're really hiding. So, or whatever's going on with them. And this is going to be fun because it's going to teach a lot of lessons. And we're going to do a locomotion effect that's going to unlock people's minds. That's going to just bring it all together with this ancient horror show that's been going on with the division of the soul family. Okay, so this is going to be a lot to unlock. So let me know in the comments if you want to see that show, and I'll do that next then. Okay, so there's that. So a bunch of ones with that, and then there's a big, deep wound to your spirit and aspects of your spirit that branch off of it, that have a lot going on with it. And you came here to heal it and resolve it fully and understand that. So I recommend focusing on that because you're going to get good at it because you got a lot of things in your internal training course to learn in skills that other people are dealing with. And you're dealing with a lot of different stuff that not common people will be having. So then you have a greater avenue to look at what to do to bring a spirit to full health. Once you face it, and I'm here if you want, I can help you with that. So reach out for a session at PsionicLeague.com and /services, and I will just scroll down the menu and you can look at that. And we can do a consultation, whatever you need, and you can ask whatever you want. We can go into turning on your spirit's healing abilities and everything you need to know about that concept, and it brings the tools to you, and then you can do that for other people. It's going to be good. Okay, I'll do another little mission for you, and then I'll move on to Chrissy. How deep into the future? Ooh, really? What? That's awesome. How's that? How did you do that? Wow. Wow, you did a lot for that. Ew. Okay, so this goes into a history with you. You've been on multiple planets that have been destroyed by meteorites. And it pissed you off to the point where you learned how to influence meteorites with psionics. Your spirit, your conscious mind, your higher self, and your source, as well as your soul, is learning how to do it. And that then your soul learns, whew, that's going to be big. Automatically have an autopilot intelligence that influences big world-killing asteroids at a different trajectory from a high distance away that goes out in monitoring and knowing this in your heart to the size of the galaxy. There's a few people like you, but there are programs in the secret space program that go into this, as well as psionics, and there's protectors for Earth that go into that. So you're involved in that, and you learn how to do that, and you're protecting the Earth from a bunch of perceived catastrophes in the future, as well as you've prevented a few on Earth in multiple lives. Not the only version of you that has this. Seems to be a cure that you put onto multiple things. Now, there are weird things that can happen, like if an asteroid is portaled in at last minute and it's too close to stop it. That's the big thing to worry about. So you are working on systems for that too. So that's one of the big things that you're preventing in this timeline. And you're also training it to work backward and forward in time, no matter what, in this life, to affect future points in time. Well, there's many things you can apply with that ability, but you're getting traded support in doing that, and it's emitting all the time and growing as a system. And there's counters within. There's like a whole thing, a bunch of things to learn from what you can bring in from your superconsciousness into that knowingness of that ability that you have. Now that's a thing you're doing, but like and you're constantly doing it, and you can make it better just by knowing about it. But there are a lot of other purposes we can go into. So feel free to bring that up in our sessions. I can go deep into helping you fulfill your purposes here. It's fun. Okay, so thank you. And yeah, for Chrissy, thank you, Chrissy Campbell, for donating. And if nobody else donates, then I'm just going to go into a vision quest, and we're going to amplify abundance at a high level and see what we can do. And so, like, get your eye mask ready for that one. So she says she wants abundance of money. So Chrissy, there, thank you for coming. Okay. I'm going to try to get to a core with her so I can like help amplify everything going on and see the different angles. Okay. Okay, what is that? And where are they coming from? How did they get there? Okay. I'm going to send depossession to altars on you that have an entity attached from a project that wants to stop you from doing well this life. So I'm going to start removing some of those big blocks on you that, have consciousness and are trying to steal your abundance so that you can more build it up. There's things to look out for, especially when you're so targeted, where it's like you're on a chess game and there's a sentience that's monitoring you. It's like, no. And you got to really be able to be on your game and counter the oppositional force on the chess game, chessboard, to stop it from fucking with you if it's going to keep but again, evil steals abilities. So you can figure out how it's doing that, what's the size, what is the apex predator in their awareness, and then get stronger. And everything they send against you, use it to make you stronger, overcome it, counter it. Don't give up. Gain amplifying psionics. You got a lot of powerful abilities in psionics. Okay, I'm going to just get rid of those real quick. And they're stealing. The entities are not just anchored to you. It's like stealing from multiple people to sustain itself. So it's like a lot having to do with the underground military bases and limiting people, all fractal aspects of itself. Okay, now on to big step. Okay, what does it want to go towards? Wants to do a vision quest. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna start the quests, and I'll do one for Chrissy, and then we'll go off into things for everyone and employ abundance to all. But yeah, again, and feel free to donate me at PsionicLeague@gmail.com if you want more in-depth abundance reading for yourself. And yeah, get your eye mask. Get ready to let's go on this adventure. I need to get a haircut on it. It's getting unruly, but not too much, you know. Okay, what do we got here? Yeah, I'm gonna do a vision quest. This is gonna be fun. I'm excited. Okay. So yeah, get all really nice and comfy. Get into a nice relaxed mode. I'll set up everyone for a look to start in the vision quest. And yeah, again, put your hands, and as you're laying on your hands, it's gonna get like, it's a little like numb and shit. So just keep repositioning them in different angles and different like ways to press down on them, like fists or one finger, flipping them back and forth. And if it really hurts, just put them on the sides, like kind of, not like you're just laying on them, but on the sides of your kidneys. But keep clearing your kidneys, because there's going to be a big unity consciousness thing of abundance that we're activating by all holding our kidneys all at once. So this is going to all throughout time, whenever you watch this, it's going to be good. Okay, just getting everything all nice and set up. And if you're at ice, your goal is to put it near your palm chakra, or one of them. If some kidneys is a little hard to have it right under you, but if you can, it's going to quickly amplify how fast you clear your kidneys. So if you need to put it near one of your palms, that's fine. Whatever you can do. Okay. Going in. Turn the light down. Nice and relaxed. Okay. Okay. So we're going down some stairs. Seeing what kind. It looks kind of like metal stairs. Kind of like if you've ever been in a building going down bleachers or school or a hotel, kind of like clanking. So feel that as you're making contact with your steps, each foot going down. Every step you take, every breath you take as you breathe deeply is going to amplify your ability to gain abundance, as well as feel safe, protected, offense, defense, loving detachment, letting go, permeance, loving destruction and uncreation of attachment, and the light in your heart and mind getting brighter and brighter. Breathing it deeply as you go down these steps, feeling what and remembering what it's like to go down those clanky metal steps. Kind of like it vibrates a little, like it's on, poles of metal kind of thing. Like the building is new or something. I don't know why it wants to do that. Interesting. And we're transmuting all the stress and fear and the worry in your kidneys, and redistributing and creating, destroying whatever is necessary for what your kidneys got going on, resolving the entity attachment, purifying as you're breathing deeply and each going down the steps, deeper and deeper into your conscious mind. You see it make turns like it's a skyscraper thing, where it's doing the twists in a rectangle kind of fashion. And then you're going down the next flight of stairs. Just keep going down deeper into your consciousness. Each step, again, is going to make your third eye brighter, more HD. You'll see more lights, different colors coming out of the background, the walls having different things and different stuff coming up. Doors, sometimes other things I won't show you, stuff. Feel free to take note. If you see things other than what I'm describing, that's fine. Feel free to tune into them, and you can always come back to what I am saying. So the reason is to amplify things and then tune into stuff. Okay, so I'm going down. Okay, I'm seeing a door on the side. Like you push the rectangle door thing in, and it opens the lock, and the door swings open. I'm seeing what's there. It's like a different place. It's not like we're in a building anymore. It's outside. It's all green. There's like a meadowy kind of thing. There's some forest in the distance. There's a little bit of a lake. Interesting. It seems like there's some butterflies flapping around. Okay, so we're going to go down through the meadow. As you feel yourself run through the flowers and the fields and the somewhat tall grass, it's like little bits of, petals and plant matter spring up and fly off into the air, like picked up by the wind as you brush past it. It's like it's like an instrument. As soon as you touch it, like all this stuff comes off of it and then flies into the wind upwards and away. Okay, and where some of the flowers and grass and stuff are taller, and we're feeling our hands streak across them as if we're going through like a little bit of a paradise. Feel free to smell the flowers. Getting closer to the riverside. We're going to the side of it. It's on our right. And walking down this little path next to it. Okay, where are we going? Is it that you see the lake glistening? Lily pads, ducks and swans floating in there as we keep walking past it on our side. Seems to be a little bridge that just started manifesting, like stone by stone forming together and then making a kind of archway over the river. into the river, into the lake. Interesting. So, and it keeps going. So we're going to start walking on this bridge, and it keeps forming. And I don't see where it's going to. I'm not sure why. It just keeps forming. It's a big lake, by the way. It looks like it's going into at least the center of the lake. Let's see what the bridge extends to. Stops in the center of the lake, and so we go to the end of the bridge. And we look into the center of the lake. We see a reflection, the shimmering water fluxing back and forth. Something pops out of the lake as if it flies in the air for you to catch it. Everyone in the audience, feel free to feel into what comes out of the lake and pops into your hand. It will be different for each person. Interesting. So yeah, go ahead and tune into that. For me, what I'm seeing, and so you can see if you want two things coming out, like what I say as well as what you first see. So have that. Okay, so what I have come out like is a fishing rod, interestingly. And so then we check the fishing rod, make sure it's all working and has everything it needs. Has a little hook, but with a interesting flashy light, like reflecting oval thing on the end. Appears to be the bait. Okay. Where should we? Yeah, apparently we can just sit down, relax, and cast the fishing rod into the center of the lake where we are, and let it sink down. And then, let it relax into, and then see if the fishing rod does that little jerking motion where it says something is on the other end, little tugs. And then, feel free to, slowly reel it in, and feel free to put in the comments if you wanted what else you saw come up from the lake. Each thing is interesting and meaningful. And then slowly reel in what's on the other end. Okay. So something pops out of the water that you see that you caught on your fishing line. Everyone's is going to be different too. So again, with my visions, I'm going to say it. And so with what you have, you can see two things come out. And figure out, especially with what's going on with what you see. And then if it has a conscious mind of some type of being, so feel free to talk to that or figure out what's going on. What comes out of the lake for me It is a dragon. Some type of lake dragon. So see that come out. It's fairly big, kind of towers over us. But it's already towering, and we're up on a bridge that's towering over the lake anyway. And then starts talking. So stay open to hearing it come into your mind as a thought, and see what it's got going on and what it wants to tell you. And then I'll give you some time to go into that, and I'll tune into mine, and then I'll share what I get. Okay. So if you need more time to read your message, feel free to pause this video and then go through that and read into the being that wants to talk to you. So it's telling me it's very aware, hyper telepathic, aware of a lot of things and thoughts, and it seems to be a version of Chrissy. This one I'm talking to specifically, but yours might be saying something else, so feel free to tune into that. And it's got a lot of treasure troves of abundance, and it's been trying to contact her and wants to work with her, and it's willing to bilocate the energy of its treasure trove in a secure, interactive way to you, Chrissy, in which the money energy will attract more money in how it sets it up. It's willing to do this in exchange for you helping its species to thrive. It's like bringing it out of extinction kind of thing into a population, around maybe 50 or something, to where it's sustainable and growing stronger is what she's putting it as. And one D. It mostly geared towards uniting her with other ones of her race. So we're going to do that. I'm going to help you amplify let's see. You got some type of navigation thing going on inside you in psychic tracking. I definitely recommend you become a psychic tracker. If you want to do that more easily, I can teach you. So just get a session with me sometime, and we can, or trade, or you can direct people to me and tell them that we said I can give you this ability as a trade, or something that we can support each other. And you'd be good at psychic tracking, yeah. And we're gonna use your internal map thing tracking ability to track down some of the other versions of the race. So let's initiate that. That's definitely having to do with mostly DNA tech and some upgrades you got in this life. Okay. I'm able to see 5 other of this race, so we're gonna coordinate that. 5 in this realm, nice. And then link her to that. And let's see, any others? No. How about back in time? No. There's weird reasons for that, but okay. Well, we can start with the population of 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's some weird divine planning with this stuff. So yeah, we can go into that and then bring them together so that they can. And it's about like supporting a space to where they can breed, and then they can make. Let's see, this is actually physical dragons. Let me just make sure on that, because a lot of the times I'm talking to spiritual dragons in other dimensions or something. No, it's physical dragons. How about the spiritual version? Oh, there's a bunch of spiritual ones of her species, but I know they've usually brought, or most of them taken on different forms. Those a little over hundreds are still existing in that form. So we can link her with that too, if they want to continue in that race. And then in the new incarnates, so that's like helping have dragon babies come about, and then the protection of that, so it's secured till a good amount, at least over 50. And then so with your efforts in that, she will do this abundance treasure amplification. She seems like she's going to do it all. You don't really have to do much. Yeah. Okay. So that's a really good one. Congratulations on that upgrade. Hope that helps. Woo. Powerful thing to help a dragon species. And then that also comes with, you can trade for more types of dragon energy and abilities. So you can keep conversing with her and learn the abilities yourself and talk to her. So feel free to do that. In this space that you're with her, feel free to pause this video and keep going into that and see if you can talk to her while we're in this vision quest more and more, and get some more data and trade with her and other things. And if I do read, she has other ways to support you in abundance and has other ideas. So feel free to do that, and then you can come turn this video back on when you go more into vision quest. Okay, so and feel free to put in the comments if you did a donation, and then I'll read you after some of the vision quests I do. And let's run through some of the things that I got going on. Okay, so Yep. So we got that, and you guys can also trade this dragon for support. This version of her, and she's able to do that. She's powerful. Okay. Then see a little portal open up on the bridge, and we're gonna go through that and go to the next stage of something of where it's taking us. All right, we're now in the sky and we're flying. Interesting. We're just levitating. So get used to the idea of and the feeling of levitating, as if it's just natural and normal, and you don't have to fly or flap. It appears it wants us to have that feeling, as if we're in a regular body. You can do ducks and weaves and spins, and do some interesting kind of like speed up or slow down or whatever. But we're going some direction. We're seeing a planet kind of like train below us, some clouds a little above us, but we're kind of like at the range where we can rise up and go through them and then be above them and tuck under and over them as you wish. Okay, and we're going off to some interesting formation in the distance. It's kind of like a really big mountain of some type. Feel free to feel the freedom of flying, levitating, attached to the ground, the freeness, the bliss sensation of this. So you go through the crowds and we kind of see the sun off in the distance. As we're going closer and closer to this mountain, closer and closer, it's interesting, like pillar-ish, definitely more slender, going straight up kind of mountain than I usually see. It's kind of like a tower at the top. And again, once it seems we're being pulled towards the top. Now, what's there is weird. It looks like somebody made a temple on the top of this and carved out the mountain. As it gets, more to the top, it's thinner and thinner, and it's like somebody made some type of temple up here. And there's like a golden. It's like a Buddha statue, but I don't know if it's a Buddha or some other type of humanoid. What's going on with it? And so we start to descend at this temple. Interesting. A lot of interesting. It's kind of Eastern looking. Different features all around. Start wondering how the hell do they do this and make this up here? And we land. We look around the temple. It's beautiful. A lot of more lighter colors like white and some gold and some blue and yellow and stuff. And it's pulling us towards the center of the temple. And there's a bit of stairs wrapping around going towards the big person statue. So we're going to go up the stairs. And then, a little bit around the corner and get in front of where the statue is and see what's going on with this. Why are we being shown this? It's a big golden statue. and looking to see what we need to do here. Okay, saying to show respect and reverence. So you can see yourself as if you do a respectful cultural thing when you come to a temple and, you know, pray and bow and all that. Showing love, faith, gratitude, reverence. Okay, and I'm looking at what does the statue represent? 3, 2, 1. Okay, it seems to go along with the concept of your inner Buddha. Not a lot of people know, I guess, but it's like the Buddha is the all consciousness of everyone, the great attainment, the divine perfection of enlightenment state of being that everyone is and is underneath everything. It's kind of like that. And it's it's beyond what I can even describe really, and it's beyond religion. And but we kind of religions like to box things in and say what's what. So just reading the kind of teachings of what the original meaning on that is will give you the understanding later. But it appears to be like a representation of you guys. So everyone out there, it's a version of you that's like deep in your heart, that is divine perfection achieved of enlightenment, ascension, whatever you want to say, that it's always to keep growing and attain towards, that always gets better the as we understand what it is beyond words. Okay, so as we're showing it respect and love and faith, gratitude, it seems to glow brighter. And brighter. As if it's becoming the sun. Feeling more faith, love, and gratitude for this thing, this representation that's inside you of what this is. Now, going down this path amplifies everything, it appears. And what is it required to make more efficiency? So focus in the center of your heart as if you're going in the within direction, letting go of layers, false selves off of you, like they're disintegrating and burning up in the light of your being. As you're doing this light in your center of your heart, it matches the light coming off the Buddha statue. They both get lighter and lighter, and they start burning away all this attachment, this false self. As you start shining brighter and brighter, coming out of you more and more, as you breathe deeply, amplifying all this. Okay. Yeah, it's willing to have us go through the school of, the transcending of suffering having to do with lack, especially at this moment. Okay. So let's see what it wants us to point to. Something we're holding on to. That we need to be ready to let go of. Let's see how this is defined. It's pretty broad. Okay, it's a state of reality around us. does this work? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hmm. It's describing grand torus of projection and reception uh, that's drawing in similar to the law of attraction or the magnetic pull of these things that come into our dream that support us. Especially with people, communication opportunities, and like building and building and making it stronger, and it all accumulates. This is a state of being that's strong and empowered, and there automatically with resilience. And so this is a state of being to gain that's deep within us, that Buddha. And so the definition of the reality that's opposite to that, and we feeling into and understanding how that works. So see the two aspects of those reality, the state of being as it is and the opposite. And then the differentiation is the layers of attachment that we're letting go of. And we're going to see what we got to do with it. The main attachment is in the ego as layered attachment from the world that we're born into here, which seems to surround our reality bubble and block, limit, hold back. And it connects to strings of this going all around to all the individuals on the planet. And branching back to a higher state of consciousness, entity of some type that is hired by the earth to teach a lesson. Okay. And then okay, so we're gonna bring forth I call up the being that is representing this system around the planet and talk to them, telepathy, and see what we can do, what do we need to learn, and what it needs for us to transcend its system. Okay. The voice comes in my mind, you may not pass. And yeah, I'm fine with understanding I need to do or learn something in order to pass. What must I do? Hmm. It seems to be in this mode where it thinks that we must come to a lesson on our own to understand it. Um, okay, I'm gonna see. Okay, if it's not gonna help with that, then I'm gonna look and scan at all the history of this system, the lessons, the beings that overcame it. The thing that we must come to the conclusion of and know deeply. Mm-hmm. I mean, okay. Hmm. Yeah, seems a lot of this reality does that. It wants you to learn the lessons of how to learn lessons too for everyone out there, which I can teach. It's just that's I guess there's like boundaries within boundaries to hold a state of reality and make sure beings are ready or not ready for certain things to come into the life and transcend stuff. Hmm. Okay. So I'm looking at all the different beings that have transcended this system. One, two, six, wow, interesting things. So I'm looking for commonalities of what happened in their life and what are the tenets in the story. Okay. Mhm. Okay, the commonalities, especially that come with the story of their life, will start to paint the picture more. Okay, one big thing. They it appeared to have suffered a point of great poverty, most of them, to where it's like seeing past an illusion effect happens. Hmm. Wow. Okay, so this stuff goes deep, and I'm sure you guys have some intuitions about it, but how it expresses itself is it's like okay, is that the difference? One, two, three, four, five. I need that. Yes. And how many of this? There's all this attachment to let go of, which is in the chase for the illusion of this reality's. Let's see, is this all money? Is this? Um, it's mostly the fiat currency system. I'm just looking at the full definition of this. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, there's like energetic attachment, and it's like seeing past the illusion of money into where it's you strongly detach from the pursuit of it, the fiat system, the Babylonian money magic curse system, and detach from it. And it's like they weight train themselves to push. Okay, what? I need. Wow, it's like actively detaching from it all the time, kind of thing. The members that did this were like letting go of it and not having in their life, and um, and not accepting it from others. So you can, it's more of an attitude, and one, two. So spirit and mind, you're like actively detaching from it. If you want to accumulate it and transcend the system, so it brings abundance to you. And let me look at the life, and just so you know, the lives of the people that have transcended this after they earn this state of being. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. They became incredibly abundant. Is like towards the end of their life. So I'm seeing the commonalities of the people that went through this in this life, so you understand how this works. It's not some, you let go of all like attachment, craving, drawn. Like there's this energetic systems to it. So it's you're not focused on it when you're grinding. You're not focused on it with your work. Uh, you're you're put, and it's the Babylonian money management system. It's not like actual value. You're not needing to push that away. All these people accepted value in all these other forms, willingly, like food, love, support, all this other stuff seems to be just the Babylonian money magic system thing. Okay, one next tenant. 2, 3, 4. Okay, with others. One, two. It's being generous and giving to others, especially in ones in need. Let me see if that's the full. Even if you don't have much, it seems that is the other tenant. Let's see the third pillar. Hmm. Mhm. How's this work? Yeah, it seems to connect all these circuits that like bring into your life with the generosity. It's like as many as you can form. It's like giving makes these circuits, and they propel and they get stronger. Okay. So you're making certain when you give into the world, and then there's also, and it doesn't have to be just money. It's like other things too. What else? No, the way you do it too. 90. Unconditional love without expecting getting things back seems to be the full tenet of that tenet, is making that circuit strong and what will bring back to you. Third, ooh, yeah. It's like a strength and gratitude. Let me see how that works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. This okay. So if you're gonna want to gain, if you want to gain this pillar, you're gonna have to master gratitude like energy, like really strongly. So you're gonna have to meditate and cultivate that energy, that emotion for a while, or and what can make it go faster, of course, is understanding the circuitry of it. Um, Now you can just turn on all that circuitry by producing enough gratitude, but if you understand it in and out, you make it go faster. So I'm gonna build that quite heavily, uh, and make that to where it's resilient and abundant. Let's see. Now, 1, 2, 3. Nope. Yeah, it needs to be strong all the time to where anything, even if you're in squalor, if you're sleeping on the stone floor, being able to be grateful for everything is part of it. And getting that to 10, let's see. Yeah, I want it 10 out of 10. So I will be reading and tuning into that fully and seeing what you need to do to get that 10 out of 10. But you can cultivate that with barely any knowledge and still attain it for a while just by cultivating the shit out of it for a whole lot of time. It being your main focus for a while. And again, it cultivates the state of being where you're abundant. You're grateful for everything you have, and it just magnetically pulls everything, and it makes a circuit. It's one of those big things that is a fuel to everything. It fuels your higher self, source, spirit, soul, many of your generators, your whole spiritual entourage. So it's a big thing to make. So it does. It says to really make that strong. So I'm gonna recommend it. So I'm gonna go highly into that one because I've produced that on a high level. It just made so many things in my life just amazing, and it got better and better. So I'm gonna go and hard on that to a high level, and then probably make a video product on it or something that people can get out there, so you can master it faster as well. Let's see what we got. Yep. Fourth tenet. Hmm. 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 Okay. It's showing me this vision of as if you were to break down the whole reality and it fell apart. And what's left is the underlying concepts of reality, which is consciousness. And most abundance comes, and most things in everything, honestly, come off of consciousness. So, like, you see each individual as these pillars of light, and which each connection you make in life, this makes you more abundant above everything else. It's people, it's consciousness. And so there are things that when they really link well together, you have team and people with skills, value, and all that thing, that it makes abundance stronger and makes it easier and supports each other. So there's like a whole equation with that. It's like as if the connections are made and there are puzzle pieces of how the connections are made and where it syncs well. And a lot of this goes with amplifying the value, let's see, and dormant value with each individual, like its light's getting brighter and you help it to grow. And this appears to make abundance stronger, especially since those things that they value themselves and their skills, the things that they love to do, their passions, all those stuff that they've cultivated in their lives, they have the will to do so. And it's something that can get stronger fully. And you find out where you can link well, mesh, and how that can be done to where it all becomes a network and abundance grows with this. So that's the true source of abundance, not money. And that's what you have to see past the illusions and then, see how they're doing and cultivate them, and grow them, get them stronger, and then master that. And that in itself is a bigger ability. So I'm gonna also show the tenets of that later for people that can apply to everything, and then see how we get that to its peak and it become a network, and then we can all like link with that on the PsionicLeague and then help each other grow in this network. That sounds awesome. So there's a master of that, it appears, that they share. Now, the fifth pillar. Okay, how's that work? Oh, okay. Nine, nine. It's kind of weird, but to translate it, just make sure this is entirely correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And It's saying that every wealth, abundance, treasure, fortune, whatever you want to say, like that comes into the life, and it's showing me all these images of the people that have gained this pillar of this, transcendence. Is it happened right before they gained a big treasure concept. It's like coming with this awareness that the thing externally that is received first was inside you all along, and it came from within you. And it's like a deeper layer to the hologram kind of thing, concept of the reality in an upwells and then comes out and then is presented to you. It comes in your life in some way. It's dormant, then awakens inside of you, and then comes out. So there's a process to understanding that, seeing it, and then bringing it out, and then also going deeper and finding these things and then bringing them out. And they mostly did it through meditation. How does that work? Interesting. And what? Wow. Uh-huh. Okay. So it's pointing to the core of the reality around you and everything that is within, that is like it projects and reflects, or whatever the fuck words you want to use for this, but they're like entwined, and it's at its core. It's like the hologram comes off of it, kind of thing. Your soul, your spirit, your conscious, and the ego are involved in the reflections of the reality external to you. And the treasure, or whatever you would like to describe this fortune, whenever it's coming out to your life, starts deep in there. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm looking at this process. Okay. A lot of the big fortunes seem to start in the soul and then come out to the conscious. Let me just see how this works. One second. One, two. Okay, soul to. I'm just making sure on this. To ego, to conscious mind, to physical, seems to be brought out too. So this process is interesting. So let's see what we can bring out, and then describe the process for you guys. So the soul's in the solar plexus. No. Yep. Okay. One thing. We're going into the soul. So let's go from. Yeah. Wow. They learn this. They weren't looking for the abundant stuff. That seems to be a symptom. The people that went through this deeper into their soul. And it seems to be a bad process, one after another as they go deeper. Interesting. Yep. Okay, either you can do it consciously or it happens through growth in meditation. Nice. Okay, so we're going to go to our soul, figure out where in the soul is, going back to the hallway of doors. It's like a hotel room hallway. And asking what part of the soul are we going to? Okay. So a door that represents the part of the soul that we go to that reflects the physical reality. You just make sure of that. And the programming of it, what will occur. There's a lot of ways to describe this part of the soul. So a door shows up. It's golden. You go into it. Like an interesting breeze that hits us as we go in. For some reason, I find that we're on a ship. And then we're going through the ocean. There's a bit of a storm around us. So we're going to clear the clouds and bring the storm to calmness. Encompassing what the storm is raging represents, giving it love, transmuting, and shrinking it down. And the sun come out, shine on the boat, seas calm, more and more with your will making that happen. Okay. And the ship, as we meditate on the ship, see yourself in the lotus position, breathing in, you're shifting the reality around you, and it makes everything better. It's calmer days, the wind's taking the sails, and the ship's changing trajectory. It seems to be taking us somewhere. That's somewhere you can feel in your heart. It's like glowing. It has something there for you. It's pulling you in that direction as you shine brighter and brighter into this reality. Interesting how that works. It seems like there's an system that's automatically taking you to these things that will come into your life as you bring the reality to its greater state of being. And it's going to bring it right there. And there's going to be different visions that come in to express that, the meaning, the time, the how long it takes, the what you're facing, what's the blocks. And as you clear and have this light coming off your body, in, like, let's say we're meditating on a boat this time, it makes the whole reality better, and it starts going in your favor and working towards things coming out okay. So then this sense of everything's going to be all right comes over you, and you cultivate that. It's like the universe is shifting things around to make things go your way as you do things with it and you connect with it. 1, 2, 3, what else? It seems so. Faith, love, and gratitude are going to be definitely cultivated in this and amplified as a light shining brighter off you in this meditative form. Like you're in your soul and you're making your soul brighter. And this brightness is intelligent, this light coming off you, and it's making your soul better. And the whole reality realm of your soul shifts around automatically and is bringing things to you, bringing visions towards you. Having your levitating, it might even levitate your lotus position Buddha, meditating self, fly around to right to where the things are that are going to come into your life, things that need to be shown to you, the treasures that are going to be manifested, and that seems to be coming in. As you breathe this, it's clearing your soul, and this is going to locomotive effect or snowball effect affect the physical reality eventually. Okay, and so that, like, building that up, that it just gets better and better. How good can it get? Okay. And let's see. 1. Ego is, let's say, the storm, and any block that you face, and limit or boundary or obstacle or whatever it is that comes your way, it shows itself in some form, and you're going to overcome that. And as you overcome each, it resolves more and more of that. It's like shedding it off, the block to it. One, two. Okay, it's okay. Your conscious mind is okay. The soul is the space that's holding everything to be seen. It's reflecting. Ego is the boundaries and the limitation and the blocks and the challenges. Conscious is that floating, meditating version of you. That's the light is shining from. That is you having a perspective, going around in it and making the soul better. And when the things come to you, it comes to your consciousness. It comes. Okay, anything else? Felt, emanated. Once it's held, the things that are the treasures, they seem to do a manifestation of the reflection into the physical world. It's felt cultivated. So that's cool. So that's the process, it looks like. And if you master all 5 of those pillars, it looks like this gets you to a point where you transcend that limiting state system consciousness of suffering. It's just lovely. That will be good for a lot of people. So I hope that helps. My God, that's like a big one. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna look into if there's anything else we need to go through. Feel free to keep your mask on and all that. We're gonna see if anyone else donated. If not, then we can round down the show. And then feel free to contact me for sessions, and we can go further into this topic. Amplify your abundance, release the blocks in it. What's coming forth that wants to amplify everything for you guys. Okay. Yeah, cool. Thank you for the lovely comments thrown out there. Okay, cool. So, seems like a good place I'm going to, and thank you for the donations, everyone. We might do a soul family thing. So leave in the comment if you want me to do a soul family reunion, restoration, revival, tractor amplification episode. Later on, I'll do a little poll. Weight loss, I know a lot of people were interested in. I think I'll do that as a show too. And I'll think of some other ones. I'll do a little poll for everyone, and they can tell me what they're interested in. Yeah. So, and you can subscribe, smash that like, share this video, comment below if you like this meditation process that amplified abundance and transcendent consciousness, and that's beautiful. And PsionicLeague.com if you want to reach me for a session, consultations, clearing, healing, depossession, unlock your dormant abilities, your abundance, turn on your third eye, bright light, so you see more, vision quest, telepathy, ET contact. If you want to interact with alien artifacts, let me know. And if you want to become an ET contactee, if you're interested in the sacred trips to Mexico, where we find crazy stuff and you go on a big Indiana Jones adventure and activate dormant abilities with the pyramids, hot springs, all kinds of cool stuff, send a trip inquiry at the message to PsionicLeague@gmail.com, which is right here. Have an adventure of a lifetime that no one else is doing, and we're doing a little mystery school where we teach you abilities while doing it. Become lifelong friends, and get your treasure, your abundance, your things that no one gets in their life. Barely anyone has the opportunity to change your life forever. Get your soul codes. Remember who you are. Remember past lives. All is at your fingertips. Come. Don't miss out, because we don't know how long we'll just keep doing those adventures. So it's not like something forever. So get on the trip list if you can. Just send me a message at my email, and I'll put you down for the list. People are interested, and I'll contact you, and we'll do a call, and you get to know where we're going anytime, and I'll call you anytime we're doing a trip. And see if it's right for you. No signing up for anything until you're ready. You get the whole understanding. And also going to conferences, alien event in Los Angeles. So see me there. Gonna do some cool presentations, probably on the secret space program stuff, and activating things for people and reading the audience. Might even do vision quests and amplify people's vision, or something else with the alien artifacts and the Boogosphere that came out. Then, something to do with healing the audience too of pain. Then we're doing Reon's conference, Rise the Guardians, so see me there. And I'll be bringing alien artifacts, of course. And yeah, if you want to trade, let me know. I do trades for sessions and clearings, healings, and anyone that can direct people for me that are in need, that need healing and stuff. Just tell them to say that you sent them, and I'll reach and your contact info, and I'll reach out to you and give you something nice for free. And trade, as well as if you're interested in doing shows, interviews, or like whatever else. If you got conferences, if you know people that are holding conferences and you connect me, or some type of connector thing to get my message out there, I'll give you tons back in abundance in something. Like I'll be able to support you in certain ways because I am very grateful to people that help me, and I give them a lot back. I'm generous with that. So reach out if you got something. We can support each other. It's a network. It's like that pillar. So we can trade in value. Let's do it. Yeah, and I hope everyone. Again, this video has been a big abundance upgrade for everyone in the audience. So I hope it helped. Your kidneys should be doing well if you held them for 2 hours. So let us know in the comments how you're feeling with your kidneys. Are you blissed out? Are you released of stress, fear, worry? Are you feeling contentness? Are you feeling full satisfaction? Are you feeling abundant? Because you should be if you held your kidneys for this time. And if not, you can go back and re-listen or whatever and hold your kidneys for a while. And if you are in need in the future, feel free to come back to this video. Yeah, so I hope this helped. And send this out to people that you know that are stressed and they're overworked and were in worry and fear, because this video will help you. And we're going to amplify all your abundance. We're here for you. We love you. Big family grown. Yeah, and we got all our guides coming forth. So love you out there. You're all beautiful. Yeah, I can feel you. You're just lighting up. Get that golden energy coming out of you. And let's bring more abundance into our life and build that future to make it so that you don't have to worry about survival and you're thriving. So love you. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Spread this. Share this with a bunch of people. I'll give you more abundance for each share. So thank you, everyone out there. Have a good one. Bye.